Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear my students, welcome back to Maleeha's classroom, and I'm again your reading teacher, your favorite reading teacher. Thanks for your support. So today, again, like last story, today's story is not fantasy, it's a mystery story. Have you ever seen mysteries in your life? Do you want to discover it? Let's find out what's happening in the story. The story name is The Mystery of Peril Castle. Peril Castle was built in the 15th century to defend Hellenborg city. But now it was deserted. It had been empty for over 100 years. The local people didn't dare go near it. Its turrets looked terrifying against the evening sky. "Thomas! Thomas!" shouted Thomas's uncle, Robert, from the attic, where he had been looking through old boxes. "What is it?" asked Thomas. Look, it's proved that Peril Castle belongs to us," replied Uncle Robert. "Here's the first half of our name." In his trembling hand was half of a gold coin with letters D, A, and W clearly visible on it. Thomas and Robert's last name was Dawson. Also on the coin was half on an eagle's body and with its left wing spread wide. Thomas had known all his life that Peril Castle was his family's castle, but without proof, Uncle Robert couldn't claim it. "We need the other half of the coin. Let's see if we can find it out," said Uncle Robert urgently. They ran out of the house and up the hill toward Peril Castle. Thomas felt nervous, but they had to solve the mystery, the missing half coin. His knees were trembling as he walked toward the deep moat that surrounded the castle. It was filled with green algae. Robert pulled a lever and the drawbridge swung down, making Thomas jump. They scurried across the drawbridge. Thomas and Uncle Robert searched the gatehouse and the stables, but they found nothing. Then they went into the hall. Hurriedly, they checked every corner, searching for clues that would bring them closer to their goal. "Where shall we look now?" thought Thomas. Staring at the courtyard, he gazed at these gray stones of the wall and looked up at the ramparts. Then he spotted an ancient metal letter. Have you seen letters? They're not mostly metalled. Thomas climbed quickly, listening to his heart thumping. Pulling himself onto the rampart, he saw a box with a rusty padlock on it. "I found a box!" shouted Thomas, shaking the lock as his uncle scrambled up the ladder. The lid sprang open. At first the box looked empty, but on closer examination, Thomas saw a secret drawer. He slid it open and found an old map of the castle. Uncle Robert and Thomas studied the map, which as it had originally been built. "Look!" yelled Thomas. "There's a secret passageway behind the rampart. It goes right inside the 11th turret." As they walked down the ramparts, Thomas noticed a magpie flying back and forth from the 11th turret. His heart started to thump again, and his body stiffened with anticipation. Halfway along the ramparts, the pair saw a mysterious crack in the wall. Uncle Robert reached into his bag and took out a hammer. He hit the crack several times until a narrow door swung open. As Thomas was watching, Uncle Robert, the magpie returned and vanished through a small hole above their heads. "It's the passageway," whispered Thomas, squeezing through the narrow door. "What do you see?" asked Uncle Robert anxiously. "Nothing, it's dark," replied Thomas. He fumbled around for several minutes until he felt something. It was a pile of objects of different shapes and sizes. Thomas filled his pocket and crawled back out. "Look at these shiny things the magpie has collected," he shouted. There was a key, a Roman coin, a piece of silver, a ring, a spoon, and a tiny mirror. "What's this?" said Thomas, brushing dirt off a lump of metal. "Wait! I don't believe it!" Thomas turned the metal over, and they were clear as day were the letters S and an eagle's right wing. Uncle Robert passed Thomas the other half of the coin that he did found in the attic. The two halves clicked together as if they had never been parted. "Dawson, this was the proof they needed." For a year, Uncle Robert and Thomas proudly restored the fortress. Once the job was done, they renamed it Peril Castle. Flying the family flag from the 11th turret, they invited all the local people to celebrate Helen Moore's ancient castle with them. So friends, if you like the story, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for a new lesson that's going to be very great.